chicks have asked me that in the course of my life. 5 at least that I can name you. Probably more.
HD, let me ask a question to you real quick, HD. First question, I got two questions. Two questions. First one, because you're single and you're out on the market, right? So, are you that nigga?
First of all, I don't think anybody should be using N bombs, but that's first and foremost. Way too educated for us to be using the word. But
I can agree with that.
I personally consider myself to be that guy. Okay, I'm
Okay,
that guy.
okay. Second
Not
second
him.
question.
I'm only one
Sec,
him, but I'm that guy.
second second question. Second question, and this is the one you can elaborate. Since you are the only brother on the panel that's actually out in the market, tell us what the market actually looks like. What are these conversations like? I mean, because chaotic says you shouldn't have the conversation, but I'm
Eat
curious. What are these
sheet.
conversations like?
Eat sheet.
Well, I agree that, what you were saying, that if you let people talk long enough, they'll tell on themselves. Okay? So if you're able to, that's why, people look at me and wonder why I don't say much oftentimes, even when I'm on panels. It's because you learn a lot about people and you can learn a lot about yourself. And you can actually just generally learn something when you just sit there and shut up. You can actually figure out, the validity of people's arguments. You can see some things where you miss. You can see where people are listening, but they're not listening to. You can learn a lot that if you just use, your ears more than you use your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to relationships, like I've been married before, right? So, I think that, a lot of women here in the US, right? I think that with the broken families and broken communities, like you have a mixed bag. You know, even some of the women that are good women, they're hard to deal with. And the reason why they're hard to deal with is because their ideologies mix with some of the bad women. And so they sprinkle these things that are problematic together. And now you're going to be running into stuff that you wouldn't typically run into because they've been exposed to so much. And I think that sometimes when you're talking to women, like a lot of women try to make a lot of things really complicated that are like really simple. And when you're a logical person and you're trying to like get rid of all of this extra nonsense, you're just trying to make it real simple. Like, what's the easiest thing that we can do to figure out what we're gonna do? Like, sometimes women want to make it more deeper than what it needs to be, and it's just like, yeah, after listening to enough women and listening to enough men, I realized that the dating pool, um, you have to take a lot more time to actually really figure out the people that you got going on. Like you have to spend a lot more work on the front end to actually like really figure out if this person's worth the risk. Because let's be frank, even if you choose a good person, you're still taking a significant risk.
Can I say something real quick? Are you done, HDTV?
Yeah, I'm done.
Life. I turned 39 October 20th, and the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing life is so simple. It's basic arithmetic. When we're younger, oh man, life seems like calculus, you know. But when you get older, you realize, hey man, I listen. You want listen, if you're young in the chat, if you're a dude and you're in the bushes listening, you're attracted to a black chick, you don't need to have no conversation with no black chick. Just get you a white chick. Oh, you will magically get a lot. Oh, it's the truth. It's the truth. Especially on the college campus. Oh, let you want to get a black girl jealous of you, and you want to get a whole bunch of black girls flock. You want to get at least 5 girls walking up to you, wanting to know who you are. Walk around campus with a white chick. You want to get a nice little thin chick who's looking like a model. I'm sorry. Um, if you like thick chicks, just hang around skinny chicks. Life is simple. It's simple with women. It's like A, B, and C. Go ahead, guys. You got the floor.
Just the last question to HD, and then
Yeah,
you
go
guys
ahead.
do your thing. Uh, so, what conversations have you had with women where you notice it started to go in a negative direction?
When you ask them about their occupation, I
I was
realized.
talking to HD. You're
Oh,
married.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I've been drinking. I'm sorry. Mm, go ahead, guys.
HD.
All right, can you repeat the question again? I got sidetracked. I had to put a note up here.
So, what conversations have you? And Enos, the question's coming to you next. By the way, uh, I'm just curious. What conversations you notice starts to move a relationship in a negative way?
Mm. Well, if you're talking to a woman that is, I would consider unreasonable, if you talk about the struggles of men or women in a way that they don't agree with, that conversation is going real south.
Mhm.
Um, if you don't, if you play the fantasy game with a lot of women, I don't play the fantasy game. If you're talking about a bunch of fantasy item stuff that's not like really reality, I don't play those games. So that can make a conversation go really south. Um, and also, uh, uh, what else? Some women, if you talk bad about Beyonce, is going south. That's a very quick and easy way.
Hey, that sounds like a joke, but that shit ain't even a joke.
You know what I'm saying? It'll go south really quick. What do you mean you don't like Bay? Like, what do you mean? Why should I like this woman? You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't care about, a lot of the stuff that be mainstream, like media stuff, like I care 2 cents about Will and Jada. I still am trying to figure out why we spend so much time and energy talking about these people that we don't care nothing about, and they don't care nothing about us. So it's like they're just small little things that make a conversation. Like if you don't if you don't lie often to women, some women, it's gonna go south. I'm not a liar. If I
Mhm.
don't miss you, I'm not telling you that I miss you when I don't miss you. Don't ask me the question if you don't want the answer.
Well, damn.
Ooh, I
Enos,
think
what do you see out there? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.